We've got
some news stories.
Oh, Dune?
Yeah, news. We've got Sam Raimi is doing Doctor Strange 2, The Multiverse of Madness. Sam Raimi,
has been officially announced.
Apparently, the god of comic book movies is taking on Doctor Strange now.
Zack Snyder's doing Doctor Strange.
Everybody, yeah.
I can't wait for the release the Raimi cut.
I'm just gonna get my hot take out of the way. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies, although good and although early comic book movie, kind of set the stage, paved the way. I give him credit for that. I don't like him that much. I think Tobey Maguire is too old for the role. I think the humor is a little bit too campy. I don't know why everybody's so excited about this. Like,
those Spider-Man movies were never really my thing either.
I can tell you why I'm excited about it.
Tell me why you're excited about it.
So growing up,
in 5 minutes or less,
Sam Raimi was one of my directing idols. Like, he was the guy that I'd watch his movies. I'm like, this is the director I want to be when I grow up. And he kind of revolutionized schlocky horror with Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2.
Okay.
And I was a huge fan of like Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness growing up in high school when I was like really like hardcore into filmmaking. And so Sam Raimi was like an inspiration to me as I was, trying to pursue my career as a director. And when Spider-Man came out, like he had kind of been on the fringes of Hollywood for like a long time, and Spider-Man was like his big kind of Hollywood breakout. And I just love his style. I think visually he's a fantastic visualist. I think that he's a very talented storyteller. I think that I like his kind of campy humor, like him and Bruce Campbell together.
Oh, Bruce Campbell's always a win. Yeah absolutely.
And it's because of Sam Raimi that we have Bruce Campbell, because he was the only guy casting him and stuff for a long time.
Yeah, he's I can't think of anything that Bruce Campbell's in that I don't like. I love Burn Notice. Yeah. His character Sam in Burn Notice was pretty awesome.
But Sam Raimi.
Bubba Hotep.
Yeah, Bubba Hotep.
Bruce Campbell displays Bruce Campbell in everything he does.
Except for Bubba Hotep. He plays Elvis in that.
He was in the first Spider-Man movie. He was the...
he was in all of the Spider-Man movies.
Well,
he was the
he's Sam Raimi's
Muse
cameo guy.
Yeah.
If there's a Sam Raimi movie, he's in it. So.
But Sam Raimi really kind of revolutionized the like kind of over-the-top horror genre. Mm. And so having chosen him to direct Doctor Strange 2, which is going to be exploring the cosmic horror aspect of the Marvel Universe and bringing in, characters like Blade and like all these kind of more horror-oriented comic book characters. I think it's a stroke of genius that they're bringing him in to kind of handle this, because I could really see him, like how James Gunn handles the cosmic space stuff. Sam Raimi can handle the horror stuff, and I think he's like the perfect choice for it, because he's a very talented producer. He produced the Ash vs. Evil Dead stuff on Stars, which was fantastic. He also did Spartacus and a bunch of other
Spartacus,
really good TV
you always
shows.
Talk about that show.
It's because it's got a lot of naked in it.
he did Xena.
He loves boobs.
Yeah, boobs.
It's got naked Xena.
Yeah,
and Spartacus.
All right.
But basically, Sam Raimi, he's a very talented filmmaker. He hasn't made anything in a while, so I'm really happy to see that he's coming back.
What has he been doing?
He's just been producing.
Just chilling.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Being a Hollywood guy.
He hasn't directed anything since Drag Me to Hell, I think.
You make some really good points, and I'm sure, I'm not saying he's going to do a bad job. I'm sure he'll do just fine, and I'm looking forward to Doctor Strange too. For me, like, people just go head over heels for the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, and although I do enjoy them, I just don't think they're as good as
Spider-Man 2 was really
good.
Those
are old movies now. I think they're playing played on AMC.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
I've seen
20 years old.
I know.
I saw them when they came out.
I think it's time to get over your salt for Spider-Man.
I don't know. I like all the ingredients. Tells me that I should like those movies, but when I actually watch them, and I'm like, eh.
You know what's weird about Spider-Man movies, and then all the Spider-Man movies. I don't really like any of them, and I don't know why. I collected Spider-Man when I was a kid. The Spider-Man was my jam, and I don't think there's been any Spider-Man movie that's ever really captured
Into the
Spider-Man
Spider-Verse.
to me. Oh, no.
You don't like Into the Spider-Verse? No. That's my favorite one.
Miles Morales is not a Spider-Man character.
Yeah, but they had Peter Parker. And it was like the better version of what Luke should have been in episode 8.
My Spider-Man is like 1989 and prior.
The cartoon.
The
animated cartoon. Did you like that?
Back in the day.
That's what I grew up on. So that was my Spider-Man, was the animated cartoon.
I want to see Craven. I want to see Doc Ock. I don't want to see Doc Ock die heroically in the end of a movie. It's just, these movies, they're just not Spider-Man movies to me. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Much like Vader, like I grew up on Spider-Man as well, and I used to collect his comic books. But my favorite version of Spider-Man is actually Ultimate Spider-Man, where he's like the teenager and he's dealing with teen problems. And it was written by Brian Michael Bendis, so it was like really, really fun and interesting, storytelling. So I'm not as much of a purist when it comes to Spider-Man, but I'm extremely excited about Sam Raimi making his return as a director. He was supposed to direct the World of Warcraft movie, and he left that because of creative differences and stuff.
That movie was awful.
That ball of shit.
Well, it might have been good if he'd made it.
It would.
Such a bad movie.
Yeah. But
that's going to be... Okay. I know what I'm doing for next Sunday.
You're not going to make us watch that, are you?
My Fun Day Sunday, I'm going to take a couple clips from that movie. Just tear it apart.
But I think that this is a stroke of genius on Marvel's part, because they're really kind of... they got Taika Waititi, they got James Gunn, they got now Sam Raimi. Like they're really kind of tapping these talented directors to kind of helm the different aspects of this universe that they're building, especially in this next phase. So I'm looking forward to it.
You don't think it's going to go woke?
I mean, it already has. I mean, there's no stopping that. But
Jude,
I don't think Sam Raimi's very woke. I think he's more about just telling a good story.
I hope so. I hope you're right. Jude, what do you think about Sam Raimi taking on Doctor Strange?
I don't care.